When a woman is drawn to an older man, she doesn't just tell you, she tests you, and most men fail without even knowing they were being tested. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, I don't give a damn about women and their games anymore, hear me out. This isn't an invitation to start caring about drama. This is about understanding how the game works so you stay in full control. Because when you know what's happening, you're no longer reacting, you're choosing. And that's power. Now, I'm a woman, so I know how we test. I've watched it play out in couples I know. I've seen it with friends, clients, even observed it at social gatherings. And here's the truth. When a woman tests an older man, it's not because she wants to play games. It's because she wants to feel if the man she's intrigued by is as centered as he seems. She's lived enough to know words and appearances mean nothing. So she watches, quietly. Her tests aren't verbal exams, they're little flashes of behavior that reveal your emotional spine. And look, some of you might be thinking, why should I care about passing tests? Fair question. But here's the thing. If you understand what's happening, you don't have to jump through hoops. You just stay who you are, and that's what passes the test. So let me show you what these tests look like and why they happen. Because once you see the pattern, you'll never be caught off guard again. Number 1, subtle provocation. First, she'll toss a light jab, tease you, question something about you, not out of malice, but to see what happens when your ego is nudged. She's gauging. Is he calm under pressure? Or does he crack? And here's the kicker. If you get defensive, if you snap back, if you try to justify yourself, she's got her answer. You're not as solid as you looked, but if you smile, maybe toss a light line back with humor, she just learned you're unshakable, and that's attractive as hell. Now you might be wondering what the other tests look like. Stick with me because the next one's sneaky. Number 2, push-pull behavior. One moment she's warm, laughing at your jokes, leaning in. The next, she's distant, cool, barely responding. And you're sitting there thinking, what the hell did I do? Here's what's happening. She wants to see if your confidence depends on her attention. If you chase the warmth, if you start trying to win her back, she knows your calm was fake. But if you just keep moving with your life, unbothered, you've passed. Because a man who's truly grounded doesn't need constant validation to feel secure. And trust me, this one trips up a lot of men. But wait until you hear the next test. It's where most guys lose completely. Number 3, challenging your frame. She'll test your sense of leadership or direction. She'll disagree with you, resist your suggestions, push back on plans, and it's not defiance. It's a probe for strength. Can you hold your ground respectfully, or do you bend just to please her? Because if you fold every time she resists, she loses respect. Not because she wants a dictator, but because she wants to know you have a backbone. A man who changes his position every time a woman questions him isn't leading, he's following. And that's not what she's looking for. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds exhausting. And yeah, it can be if you're trying to perform, but if you're just being yourself, a man with standards, direction, and calm, you don't even have to think about it. You naturally pass. Okay, so here's another one, and this is where emotional composure comes in. Number 4, emotional composure. She watches how you handle silence, rejection, her flirtation with boundaries. The insecure man will overreact. He'll get pushy when she pulls back. He'll fill every silence with nervous chatter. He'll lose his cool when she doesn't respond the way he wants. But the steady man? He adjusts without losing center. He's comfortable in the quiet. He doesn't panic when things don't go his way. And that steadiness? That's what she's testing for. Now, you might be asking, how do I know if I'm being tested or if she's just not interested? Great question. And the next test will help you see the difference. Number 5, subtle delays in distance. Maybe she goes quiet for a few days, acts cool, doesn't respond as quickly. And you're wondering if she's ghosting. She's not. She's seeing if you panic. If you start double texting, asking if everything's okay, trying to force connection, you've failed. Because that screams insecurity. But if you keep moving with your life, respond when it's natural, don't make a big deal out of it, you've passed with flying colors. Because a man who's living in abundance doesn't freak out when one woman goes quiet. So let me ask you, have you been tested like this? Do you recognize these patterns? Drop a comment and let me know. Because I know a lot of you have experienced this without even realizing what was happening. Now, look, if you're watching this and thinking, I want to understand this game better so I stay in control, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because we break down relationship dynamics like this every single week. No fluff, just real insight into how things actually work. All right, so now that you know what the tests look like, let me show you how to pass them without turning into some robotic alpha male caricature. Because the goal isn't to fake composure, it's to actually be composed. First, notice it, but don't personalize it. The moment you sense the test, remind yourself, this isn't an attack. It's curiosity. She's seeing what's underneath your surface. If you take it as rejection, you start performing. If you stay centered, she feels safe. So when she teases you, when she pulls back, when she challenges you, don't take it personally. Just notice it, smile to yourself, and stay who you are. Secondly, stay playful, not defensive. When she teases, don't get sharp or cold. Smile. Maybe toss a light line back. Playfulness shows emotional range and control. For example, if she says something to test you, just say with a grin, "You're testing me already." Not bitter, not defensive. Amused. That one sentence flips the whole dynamic. Because now she knows you see what she's doing, and you're not rattled by it. And here's where most men mess up. They either get too serious or try too hard to be funny. Just be relaxed. That's all it takes. Thirdly, hold your tempo. If she goes quiet or acts detached, don't chase. Keep your rhythm. Respond later. Keep your focus elsewhere. Patience shows you're living in abundance, not scarcity. Most men fail here by trying to force connection. But a man who's truly confident, he doesn't need to force anything. He just keeps living his life. And that's magnetic. Fourth, manage your energy, not your words. You can't outtalk a test. She's reading tone, breathing, tension. When you feel yourself tightening, exhale. Slow your voice. Keep eye contact. Real presence can't be faked. And here's the beautiful part. When you manage your energy, the words don't even matter. She'll feel your steadiness before you say a thing. Fifth, avoid fake stoicism. Pretending to be cold or alpha just screams insecurity. The goal isn't to suppress feeling, it's to own your emotions without letting them own you. Laugh, engage, care, just don't cling or react. Because authenticity beats performance every single time. Women can smell fake composure a mile away, but real calm, that's undeniable. Lastly, reward vulnerability, not control. Once she feels your steadiness, she'll drop the act and reveal her softness. Meet that with calm appreciation, not arrogance. You didn't win the test. You proved you're safe in your own skin, and that's what she was looking for all along. So let me ask you again, Men, which of these tests have you passed or failed? And women, is this accurate? Drop a comment and let's talk about it, because I know this is hitting home for a lot of you. Now, here's the thing. When you're truly masculine, when you're grounded, centered, and emotionally solid, you pass these tests by default. You're not trying. You're just being, and that's the goal. If you want practical tips on staying masculine, confident, and grounded after 60, we share insights every week in our newsletter. It's built for men who refuse to lose their edge. The link's in the description and pinned in the comments. It's free and it's designed to help you stay sharp in every area of life, including this one. Here's the bottom line. Tests aren't attacks. They're invitations to show who you really are. And if you're solid, if you're centered, if you're living with purpose and calm, you'll pass without even trying. Because the right woman isn't looking for perfection. She's looking for authenticity, strength, steadiness. And if you've got that, the tests don't matter. You're already exactly what she's hoping to find. I'll see you in the next one.